Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They're going to run it to the right. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that state, make that early state. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25, so...
Breaks away on the left. Got loose, made the big play, and took it down to the 31. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Fresh center downs going to the air. Unleashes one. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
That's caught. It's Moore. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Running the red zone. It's Davidson. Noses his way forward. Maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Fires quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's got it. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a fourth down conversion. They'll run it on first and goal. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the D deny them on second and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle and all.
Makes a catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. From the gun, running back on the move. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rides to the back. Stopped right there. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Barber. Right side, it's Singleton. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Fresh set of downs going up top. They're all over him. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. With that penalty, the offense is backed up, still 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Looking to the big tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Eccles. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Burrowing for yardage. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, that was a big third down to get for the offense because their defense is gassed after that last drive, and they could not afford to fail and have to punt and put their defense back out on the field. So I know that wasn't a home run touchdown, but it's fine. You got the first down, and now your defense is breathing a little bit easier on the sidelines.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Out wide right, it's Kane. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Looking deep. It's a big stride inside the 10. They finally make the stop, but what a way to end this first quarter after that fantastic play. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Rolls right. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and pushing towards his right, and then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking to pass. It's Barber. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! The extra point here would tie the game. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Breaks into the open. Past the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. To the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They're going to test the right side with this one. Nowhere to go.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Barber. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's changing the play. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but I think just...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
DB's right up on the receivers. Second down, going to throw it. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And it makes it so hard on the defense trying to stop these guys because they're not just throwing it to wide receivers in the passing game. They've got a huge weapon here at tight end, and he just shows you how difficult he is to bring down after the catch.
First down here for the offense. Quick give. It's Davidson. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Handoff again. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Pulls it, fired complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Auburn lines up quickly. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Barber. Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. And they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Wants to throw on third. Just got rid of that one. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. Needs it here on fourth down. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Wants to throw it. Showing the arm strength to the left. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. On the ground, it's Davidson. Crosses the 45. Still running at the 40. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6-4 points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Barber. Looking to the big tight end. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Out wide left, it's Eccles. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Making the adjustment. Drops back on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, the huge opportunity. He throws the deep ball down the field right in the breadbasket, and he drops it. There's no coming back from that one. There's nothing nice to say. Just refire, play the next play.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout.
Booster, booster. Go.
Looking for a man, it's Barber. Throws for the tight end. Right side, it's Eccles. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Touchdown, Auburn! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. He tries to take the top off. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Second down to the air. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side is Welch. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? Final timeout called by the Tigers. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Got to make the play on fourth. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint and try to put some points on the board.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Changing the routes with his receiver. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Snap on first down, wants to throw. In traffic, it's Burrows. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Out wide right, it's Moore. That should be the final play of the first half.
He's brought down at the 28. And that's a first down for the offense.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. Let's begin with a look at Wake Forest taking on the Utah State Aggies. And it's the Demon Deacons coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And with that W, they get back above 500, 3-2 now on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
Quarterback changing the play.
Sweet.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation.
Level. Booster. Squid. Freeze. Right.
Motion from the wide receiver. Snaps on 4th down. Throws to the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about this.
The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
It's complete to the right. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Handoff, Washington goes left. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback signaling to his guys.
Here we go. Level. It's up. Level. Go.
Back to throw. It's Barber. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down.
shift. Ready, go.
He'll set up to throw. Hauls it in. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Western. Sweep, sweep. Right. Go.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long.
Hydro. Ready, go.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40, at the 30, 10, all the way back. Touchdown, Clemson.
And how about the defense coming up huge? It looked like this was going to get really, really close, and they do what they do, man. Make that one big play, Palmer. Force not only the turnover, and then take it all the way back to the house. They looked like they were about to give up points, and then all of a sudden, they get points of their own.
And that was a bad decision by the quarterback, too, David. I get it. You're trailing on the scoreboard, but you got to know you can't get it all back on one throw. He threw that into traffic. Give the defense credit. They were where they needed to be. They didn't just pick it off. They took it to the house and added insult to injury.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Making the adjustment on the play. Scanning the field, it's Barber. Quickly out to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense. The Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Wants to throw one first. Still looking. Lets it fly. Good job just to get rid of that one.
The defense has the lead, and they're playing like it right now. I mean, they are pinning their ears back in these passing situations. They're not worried at all about the run game. They're just getting up the field, and they're getting to this quarterback.
Second and long here. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Looking to throw, it's Barber. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
A really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
Needs it here on 4th down. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Got the conversion and still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Gets the back moving.
Flip. Level. Right. Slash. Go!
Fresh set of downs going up top. Looking left. It's complete. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
Number 39, set to kick it away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. He is snowed under nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. To the back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Makes the grab down the middle. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Well, I got to give the defense credit on that. Third down, they were almost anticipating some throws to the outside. They took it all away, so they forced the quarterback to go into the middle of the field on the drag route where everybody could converge on the receiver and make the tackle short of the first down.
Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Here comes the field goal unit. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. And that is no good. Penalty marker on the field, and the kicker's going to get another go at it, this time a little closer. The defense just gives back its mini victory of forcing the field goal try with the roughing the kicker penalty, and now they'll have to come up with a stop in the red zone. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Grab behind the line. It's Welch. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
To the air, it's Barber. He fires a bullet to the right. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look.
Booster, booster, go, go.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's not afraid to go deep. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Now the Tigers will use their 3rd and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. So here comes the Auburn offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over, and this coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. On the move. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Quick give. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
Break. Over. Keep. Ready. Go.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Going to take a shot at this DB. Goes high to pull it in. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Burrows.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. They get to him, and now they'll face a 3rd and long.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Third down, they need 12. They're still firing away even with this lead. Finds a tight end. And that is how we will wrap this one up.